Hey, welcome back. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you the number one secret to winning any fight. Word of advice. This secret is very simple in its form, but in its simplicity lies its greatness. As per usual, in every great concept, there's a lot to be learned as long as you don't take it at face value. You need to go a little bit deeper than what the value is. For example, this secret is very, very simple, but you can read it on so many levels and you can always expand it. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how the secret can be applied, but I want you to think for yourself. I want you to reflect on it. I want you to think about it and try to apply it in your everyday life, because that's where the real value of it comes alive. Okay? So here we go. Anticipation. Always anticipate. Be ready. Be aware. Be wary to some extent. It sounds very simple, but bear with me for a second. How do you know that the guy who's coming on the train at the next stop won't be the one trying to steal your cell phone? How do you know that the guy at the bar right now won't be pushing you around and trying to, start a fight with you? You don't, unless you have studied their moves, their behavior, your surroundings, and everything else. So anticipation is key to prevent danger. It's a very simple concept, but so many people daydream all the time and say, oh, I didn't see that one coming. I just, I got sucker punched, or that kind of stuff. The truth is, yes, it can happen, but most of the time they just weren't paying attention because all the clues were around. So you need to anticipate. You need to be aware of everything that's happening around you. If you're at a bar and you're drinking beer with a friend, or wine or whatever, or soda pops, then be aware of who's in the bar with you. Groups, do they look intoxicated? Are they speaking loudly and behaving in a way that is disturbing to other customers? Are they pushing people around? On the train, the next guy that comes on the train, is he scanning around? Is he looking at you when you're using your phone? Or, is nothing happening? That can be happening too. Not happening in that case. But that is the best, news you can get. If nothing happens, then you're cool and it's cool. But you need to be aware that nothing is happening, So always be on alert, but do not become paranoid. Just be aware. Be aware of whatever is happening around you. We all walk around like zombies. We all get into the groove of our habits, and that's how bad people usually take advantage of us. They are aware that we are not. So if you become aware, it's not as easy to surprise you and catch you off guard as it would be with someone who is actually daydreaming. So that's one level of understanding it, right? It's pretty deep, and it's not as easy as it sounds, being aware all the time. I'm not asking you to, be scared or paranoid. Just, be mindful. That's probably the whole concept summarized. Another level of understanding would be when somebody is actually coming up to you and trying to confront you. Be aware of his body language. Be aware of whatever kind of move he's making. His shoulders, his hips, his eyes, the way he looks at you, the way he tenses up, the way his breathing pattern cycles. When somebody is actually going to punch you, they usually tense up here and breathe from the rib, from the sternum here, the chest. When somebody stays pretty cool, their breathing is a little bit shallower and is in the belly. So somebody who's actually breathing calmly is not about to punch you most of the time. Okay, so that's clues. So be open to clues. That's all I'm saying. And that's one way to win a fight, because if you can anticipate, there's no surprise. If there's no surprise, you always get the proper reaction. And that's the way to win any fight. Actually, the other way around would be to lose even before the fight has started. If you cannot anticipate and you're caught off guard, it's over. The first punch is always the last one.